Greatest upset in the history of major sports. I mean, it's so overlooked, it's crazy.
I didn't know what to expect. I had a lot to prove individually. We were a special group. We were meant to be together.
They are the Golden State Warriors, champions of the National Basketball Association.
Oh my God, can you guys believe it's 50 freaking years? I mean, seriously, 50 years. Thank God we're here. Unfortunately, we're missing some of our other compadres that were no longer with us. But my God, this time, my father, the most profound thing he ever said to me, son, the older you get, the faster the years go by. And do you find that to be true? I do. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, it was the greatest year of my life basketball-wise. What we did was truly, I think, outstanding. But hell, it all started when I picked this lughead up at the airport when he got traded for Nate Thurman. And, you know, everybody talks about stuff, but I think he was the most important part of our team. Would you agree with that?
Well, he kept everybody loose. That's
The glue.
Well, he kept us loose.
You came to the team, I came to the team, and I believe Charles that same year.
Yeah.
Three of us.
Three.
And it was really an exciting year for me. This is 1972,
Right.
to see that. But what I realized when I got to the team, that the team was going to be changed, and it was changing because you were there, and that's no reflection on you or whatever. But that was good. And so I enjoyed seeing all of that. But when it got to the point, I guess about 72, 74, where we were beginning to really realize how good we were as a team, we just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page.
I don't know about you, but I felt there was something special when we went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I think that was really kind of a cool thing to do. Really, you know, I had never gone over a place like that for training camp. We were in Hawaii, and it was kind of cool. Of course, and you know, we had the two-headed center monster that these guys were able to do, which proved to be, you know, great for us as the season went on. And then I still remember, because I've just watching some other film recently, you know, put some stuff on to see it. I mean, we had one of the playoff games. Remember, you played out of your freaking mind in one of those games, you know. So Al was not reluctant to go ahead and put you in. If Butch was sucking it up, he'd put you in for him, and it was kind of good.
In order to do that, because, you know, you've been in the coaching profession, Jeff's been in the coaching profession, and I've been in it. In order for that to work, see, egos have to be kept someplace else.
In the closet before the season.
Yes.
Leave it in the closet.
We were able to do that, which is at a very early age, you know, to do it. You know, I'm 28, trying to figure out, you know, if I can be in the NBA any longer. You know what I'm saying? We knew who was going to be the star. We work our way around it, and we, you know, it all turned out to be, you know, the best thing that ever happened to us as a group. Yeah. We were on championship teams even after that.
I think Al deserves a lot of credit too, because his thing was defense his whole career, and that just really set that. He didn't have to say a lot about it. That just
Well, the best movie made was bringing Bud Presley in from Menlo Atherton. Remember that?
Yeah, right.
When he took it,
Who took the charge?
Clifford ran over him, man. No, I thought he killed him.
he told me to run over.
I know.
I always said, you know, in order for you to be a champion, you have to make sacrifices. And the biggest sacrifice is to brush your ego off your shoulder and know who can do what. There's somebody got something special to bring to the table. Now, I call it a book. When you're writing a book, every single one of you in this room, even the guys that are not here, Frank Kendrick, Steve Bracey,
Bill Bridges.
All those guys
Derek
wrote
Dickey.
a chapter in that book.
Yep.
To the front, I call it Promised Land. We all wrote a chapter, and that you have to have that. You can't win if you can't play both ends of the floor in basketball.
Well, Jeff had been around longer than anybody
He's
because he
been a
was
better
older
coach.
and stuff. So, I mean, so what were your thoughts, Jeff, going into things? I mean, because you had been around, you'd seen stuff, you were towards the end of your career. So what was it like for you? And what did
Especially
you see?
the year before. And that's when I came, especially the year before in 73, 74, you know, and then all of a sudden in 74, 75, it's a different team.
You know, coming off the bench was a big adjustment for me because I hadn't done it for 9 years out there. So I had to learn to acclimate myself to a new role. And I had a lot of fun with all the guys. I remember thinking, one of the things I remember about that year especially was that I felt like Phil Smith was going to inherit my position. And so he and I spent a lot of time. We used to play one-on-one. We used to play horse, and then every once in a while he'd get a little he'd get a little mad and he'd start dunking on me.
Yeah, right.
Ducks don't count.
They don't count in horse.
He was competitive, wasn't he? Oh.
We are a unique group of people in a lot of different ways. We just happen to, come together at the right time in our lives. And the next thing you know, what we did, like you said, nobody will ever, it won't be duplicated.
No, it's the greatest upset in the history of major sports. I mean, it's so overlooked, it's crazy. But I say, I'm a big believer. Everything in life happens for a reason. I have so many stories I can tell about that. This was one of them. It was meant to happen, and nobody foresaw it. I didn't foresee it. I just knew we were not going to be a bad team, that we were going to be a better team because everybody wrote us off. We weren't even supposed to be a playoff team.
Well, they said we were only supposed to win 20 games that year.
I'm saying
only 20.
Yeah, it was a joke. I mean, there is not another team in the history of sports in this country that was so ill thought of that wound up doing what we're doing and sweeping the team that's supposed to sweep us and getting to the finals.
It might have happened because the year before, and it was my first year. Remember, we had the lead going the last week and a half over the Lakers, and we lost like 5 out of 6, and we didn't make the playoffs, and then the trades and everything.
But again, it's just a matter of what the chemistry was. I mean, the fact that you brought it up, I mean, nobody had an ego to the point that, we just wanted to win.
Yep.
And
I
we
think-
made the commitment.
When we came together, well, for me, 72, but 75 obviously was our very special year. But the thing that I liked about our team is that the different personalities that we all had.
Oh boy, we had different ones.
We had different ones, but we liked each other genuinely. And we displayed that on the court and also off the court.
Yeah.
And that's what made us a better team, I think. We knew about each other off the court rather than just going to the gym, putting on our sneakers and going trying to be a team. Right. We were a team the whole way. Yeah.
I was really like another family, I think, an extended family. I mean, because just think about it. I spent more time with you guys during those 8 months that we were together than I did with my family.
Guy that I spent any time with.
Oh, there you go.
I thought also, if you look at, a lot of us lived in Foster City.
Yeah.
And sometimes we rode together to the game.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that would happen this day and age.
No.
We're all in the same car, going from Foster City. So I think that allowed some bonding. You really did.
Yeah, we were a special group. We were meant to be together. I think.
Okay, but I want to hear from Jamal because he came from such an incredible program, had such amazing success at UCLA. Then all of a sudden you're reading and hearing about the fact this team sucks and say, well, what the hell did I get into? So what were you thinking?
I did read and hear that, yeah. And then, I heard a lot about you
Me too, I
know. I didn't really know much about you other than the rep, you and Maravich and guys like that. I mean, are like bigger than life, but, and then they made all the changes, the trades.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, I was just going to, and then I had a lot to prove individually, I was too thin, this, that, and the other, and, coming out of UCLA, I wanted to get past that and just be accepted as me, and just try and work on my game and improve my game. But I really had no idea what to expect.
When in our season did all of a sudden you feel comfortable and said, you know what, I belong here and this is going to be a pretty good team?
I don't think I reached that level till about mid-season, and I felt, hey, this is going pretty good. I knew that we had already poo-pooed the critics and the naysayers, and I could see that. Well, what I saw, you said, we were developing our own little bubble. Yeah. Like Clifford said, everyone had their chapter, and we just leaned on each other, and we were really smart. We were a really smart team, and very quick.
Yeah.
We
really
were quick,
quick,
very quick. Yeah, he could run. George could run. I mean, we all could run.
Yeah.
Bill King says that, but I thought it really made it, and I think it made sense that it was so great for us to win on the road, to have the chance to be able to take it all in, enjoy ourselves without all the distraction. Because if we were at home, family, everybody would have been there. You would have been off going here, going there.
Yeah,
we had all that time together, and then we had the long flight home doing it. I thought that made it even, I think, more special.
We landed in Oakland, and Clifford and Candy and I got in a van. I mean, a cab, and the driver had no clue what was going on. He didn't know why we're going to the San Francisco airport. And of course, we get there. There's a mob of people.
On the
And we
top.
start to go in, and all of a sudden, people are all around the car, and then somebody gets on the roof, and the roof collapses.
Same on us. They were jumping on our cab too, and the roof is caving
So
in.
Clifford and I took four hands and just kind of pushed the guys in the front seat going crazy, like, what's going on?
I only remember they took poor little Steve Bracey, the crowd, and just started to
Hand him
moving him
over.
along. I said, holy mackerel, we just flew across country and this is what's going on. Brace was loving it though. Brace was having the time of his life.
Was that the Bay Area's first
Yeah.
national championship? And pro championship.
Well, for
basketball,
For
right?
basketball, it was.
'Cause the-
Within one calendar year, we were the epicenter of
Yeah.
professional sports.
Right,
In the three major sports, the A's won, the
Raiders
won, and
won.
we won, all within one
Yeah.
12-month
Right.
period.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
We put Oakland on the map.
Yeah, that was cool. So, guys, it's great to be together. I think
Number one.
let's have a toast, and I think we have to toast all of the ones who aren't here with us.
Yes.
And so we'll start off, and let's do it with first and foremost our owner, Franklin Muley.
Right.
Jamal, who do you want to remember?
Cheers.
I would like to remember
Al Adams. Al Adams. Clifford.
I like
I'm
to
not going to leave
remember-
you hanging.
Who's that? Phil Smith. Who are you going to go for?
CJ.
CJ.
I'll go for Derek.
Eric.
Dickey.
Oh, I'm going to stay with Brace.
Dr. Albo.
Out there.
Dr. Alba.
And then how about, what did you come up? How about Dick Vertley? Our general manager.
Yep.
So for all of those who are all a part of what we were able to accomplish, I think we did something very special that we all should be proud of. And here's to each one of us that we may have continued years of good health as well and get together again
50
for
years?
a
And 50
60th
years.
anniversary. God bless.